So the objective of this project is to be more of an introduction to the fundamentals of machine vision using OpenCV Python. So first I downloaded OpenCV and then I imported CV2 as CV2. I then connected my camera to my computer so it can be looking like this. So now I want to capture an image from the camera. So I'm going to write this right here, cap equals cv2.videoCapture1. Now I wrote a while loop because the while loop will execute forever. Cap, the word cap is the video camera. The function read reads the function coming from the video camera, the next function from the video camera. And frame is going to be the name of the frame that the camera captures. So now I want to show the frame picture in its own window. So right here, figure 1 is going to be the frame that's going to be shown in the picture. So then we want to stop this after a while. So we wrote this right here and we put it to 5, and that'll be 5 milliseconds. But it'll check those every 5 milliseconds to see if we press a specific key. So if the key is pressed that is 27, which is the escape key, then it will break. And that means that it will escape out of the while loop. So this last part just doesn't get indented because it's not going to be inside of the while loop. So now we're going to test to see, and we're going to run this. But first we're going to see, because my computer only has one camera, which is the camera that I just hooked up. I'm going to put the camera to 0, and I'm going to see if it's going to work. So now we're going to run the code. So we ran the code, and here is the figure 1 from the camera that we got, and this is what it's looking at. So there are images that are being stored from the camera in a variable called frame. So let's figure out what it's at. Okay, so now I printed frame right here, and now I'm going to run the module. Okay, then press escape. And this is all of them right here. So these are a bunch of matrices right there, and I want to know what's in between them. So to find that out, I wrote frame shape, and these numbers right here means 480 is how many rows, and 604 is how many columns, and 3 is how many layers. Now we're going to use Python to do color data. So we're going to get the individual parts out of this matrix, out of each of the matrices with the colors. So then up here we have the red frame, green frame, and the blue frame. So with these, in between these two, the colons mean all of the rows for all 3 of these, then all the layers. And if each one of those is going to, well, all the rows, all the columns for the second one. And then for the last one, there are different layers that they want to touch on. So for red, it is 2, for green is 1, and for blue is 0. So then I cut it, and then I put it under the frame cap read. And I did to show 3 different frames for the red, green, and blue. So now we're going to run it. So now it shows 3 different colors. So I put the color red circle into it, and from the camera, the red is light compared in the red frame compared to the blue, and the grain. So this is really good because it can figure out in the future if you want to know specifically what color is in the image, or just reduce the amount of information in the image.